5:32 p.m. Alright, August 25, 24. Ako si Pablo XD, Part 4. After nag-choose Pablo Vlog, Kids Paint last session. So, ang atuang subject yapon karon is project management yapon, guys. Alright. So, kuan um okay, naigingon si Ma'am Rosie last August 12. Good day, everyone. Attached here is the slides for lesson 3. This was the slides used during our Agile Development Workshop. I'm sharing the slides as is from our resource speaker. Thursday is holiday. Or sa holiday, August koan. August 15 to siya na time. Okay. Holiday, walay klase ato nga time kay fiesta sa Assumption. Okay, ingani ang mahitabo sa kuan sa third year set A quiz on lesson 2 to assess whether you have studied the studies I previously shared. Quick run through of such lesson. Discussion of lesson 3. Sa side naman sa set B, third year, quiz for lesson 1 and 2. Quick run through of lesson 2. Discussion of lesson 3. For students in third year Eve, keep posted for additional updates. In the meantime, do independent study of lesson 3. Also, don't forget to give to Angelo your handwritten assignment about XP, Kanban, and Scrum. Angelo will submit that to our office by 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. Be sure that you're hooked on the internet during our class tomorrow. Okay, sa Agile naman tayo nga kuan. Dagan-dagan siya nga page. I mean, dagan ni siya og slides. 52 ka buok slides. Imagine, di ka malipong. Sige lang. Okay. Nakakuan naman ko, nakastudy ko ani gamay last time. Agile Development Methodology. So, ang iyang outline, mao ni 5 ka buok outlines. Overview of Agile, Foundations of Agile Development, Agile Artifacts, Scrum Rules, and Scrum Events. Overview of Agile Development. Alright. Agile development is a methodology focused on iterative and incremental delivery of software products. It emphasizes collaboration, customer feedback, and small, rapid releases. The history and evolution of agile development can be traced through several key phases and milestones. So naa siya early influences sa agile from or since 1950s until 1990s. From 1950s to 1960s, iterative and incremental development concepts were introduced. na-introduce tong iterative and incremental. Kato nga time, 50s and 60s. Next is 1970s. Dr. Winston Royce described the waterfall model in a paper but also highlighted its limitations and proposed an iterative approach as a solution. And then, pagka 1980s, the concepts of lean manufacturing by Toyota influenced software development, emphasizing waste reduction and continuous improvement. Alright. Next is early influences gihapon siya from 1950s. Ay, hala wait. Pares naman din ni. Okay, next is formation from 1990s to 2001. 1990s, we have several methodologies that influenced agile emerge. So, kano sa maning Scrum kaniadtong 1995 siya na kuan nagka-formation. And then extreme programming or XP, that was 1996. And then FDD or feature driven development, wala ko gibutang ang year dere. Pero na-include siya diri as a formation. Okay, 2001, the Agile Manifesto was created during a meeting of 17 software developers at the lodge of Snowbird Sky Resort in Utah. Growth and adaptation, okay. 2000s to present time. 2000s, tools and frameworks like Jira, Rally, and version 1 emerged to support agile teams. 2010s, scaling agile for larger organizations became a focus, leading to the development of frameworks like um, SAFe or Scaled Agile Framework. And then LESS or LESS, Large Scale Scrum, and then Nexus. And then pagka 2020s, agile practices continue to evolve, incorporating DevOps principles to further enhance the speed and quality of software delivery. All right. Next, key concepts and practices. We have Scrum, and then Kanban, XP or extreme programming, and then user stories, and then continuous integration and continuous deployment, CI and CD. Sa Scrum, wala meaning diri pero ang Kanban, okay, atong basahon ng iyang kuha something. Kanban, visual management tool to control work in progress and optimize flow. Next is XP or extreme programming, emphasizes technical excellence, including practices like test-driven development or TDD, pair programming, and continuous integration. Next is user stories, short, simple descriptions of a feature told from the perspective of the user or customer, guiding development and ensuring customer focus. Next is continuous integration and deployment. Deployment, or CI and CD. Practices that promote frequent integration of code and automated deployment, ensuring quick feedback and faster delivery cycles. Next is impact of agile development. Agile development has transformed the software industry by promoting a more flexible, collaborative, and customer-centric approach to product development. It has also influenced other industries, leading to the adoption of agile principles in project management, marketing, and even organizational development. The evolution of agile continues as organizations seek to improve their adaptability and responsiveness in an increasingly dynamic market environment. Next is Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto was created by a group of 17 software developers in 2001 at a ski resort in Utah. They identified and defined 4 key values, and 12 principles to guide the Agile approach. Next is Agile Manifesto. We have 4 key values. Number 1, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Emphasizes the importance of team collaboration and communication over strictly following procedures and using specific tools. Number 2, working software over comprehensive documentation. Focuses on delivering functional software that meets customer needs rather than spending excessive time on detailed documentation. Number 3, customer collaboration over contract negotiation encourages ongoing engagement with customers to understand their needs and adapt to changes rather than sticking rigidly to contract terms. Number 4, responding to change over following a plan embraces flexibility and adaptability, allowing teams to respond to changing requirements and environments instead of adhering to a fixed plan. Okay, next is na at 12 principles. So na post naman ni already ni Ma'am Rosie sa G-class, kuan lang siya kanang dili siya Google Slides, dili pud siya sa PDF kundi kuan lang siya, naka-post lang siya. Naka-post lang siya talaga na plain lang ang text pero naa diri karon sa Google Slides pero basahon gyapon ako usab. We have 12 principles. Okay, number 1, our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Number 2, welcome changing requirements even late in development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Number 3, deliver working software frequently from a couple of weeks to a couple of months with a preference for the shorter time scale. Number 4, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. Number 5, build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. Number 6, the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within the development team is face to face conversation. Number 7, working software is the primary measure of progress. Number 8, agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, development, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Number 9, continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. Number 10, simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is so essential talaga. Number 11, the best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. Number 12, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. So naatay benefits of Agile. We have the following. Number 1, flexibility and adaptability. Number 2, customer involvement. Number 3, faster time to market. Number 4, improved product quality. Number 5, better project visibility. Number 6, enhanced team collaboration and morale. Number 7, risk management. Number 8, focus on business value. Number 9, continuous improvement. And lastly, number 10, higher customer satisfaction. Alright. So naatay kalahian kini nga model agile versus waterfall. Alright. So aspect waterfall model versus agile model. So unsay mga aspects? Approach, flexibility, customer involvement, risk management, documentation, delivery, planning, testing, team collaboration, suitability, predictability, and then example use cases. So approach, so unsay approach sa waterfall model? Kuan siya, sequential, phase-based. Unsay laban sa agile? Iterative and incremental. So mauna ang nakalahian. Next is flexibility. Unsa ba ka flexible ang waterfall model? Kuan siya, rigid, least adaptable to changes. So kabaliktaran naman Kabaligtaran naman siya sa agile model, which is highly flexible, accommodates changes easily. And then, unsa ba ayang aspeto na customer involvement, unsa diri si waterfall model, limited to early stages and final delivery. Laban sa agile is continuous involvement through the project. Next is aspect niya na risk management. Unsa man diri si waterfall is manage at specific stages, often late. Laban sa agile, manage continuously, frequent assessments. Uy, advanced makayo ni si agile model. Okay, next is documentation. Unsa naman diri ang aspeto diri sa waterfall. Emphasizes detailed documentation, while sa agile focuses on working software. Minimal lang siya nga documentation. Wow. Okay, next is delivery. So waterfall, sa iyang aspeto, is single delivery at the end of the project. Sa side naman sa agile is frequent incremental deliveries. Okay, next is planning. Sa iyang aspect sa diri sa waterfall is fixed with defined scope. So walay mabago sa scope. Laban sa agile, adaptive siya. Pwede mausab, pwede mabago ang scope. Scope can change. Next is testing. Diri naman sa waterfall. After development phases. Sa agile, continuous nang gihapon. Continuous throughout the project. Testing din. Lahi na si agile. Next is team collaboration. Sa waterfall model is less collaboration, more siloed, like word is siloed, work. Agile model is high collaboration, cross-functional teams. Okay, wait lang ha. Okay, next. Kuan na ta dito sa suitability. Sa waterfall model is well-defined requirements, stable projects. Laban naman sa agile model, changing requirements, dynamic projects. And then, predictability, waterfall model, high, with clear timelines and budgets. Agile model, lower, due to adaptive nature. And then, sa aspeto naman sa example use cases, diri naman sa side sa waterfall model, construction projects, large-scale manufacturing, while versus naman diri as a agile model, software development, startups, dynamic industries. Alright? So, sa kuan diri mo gwapo ang agile. Alright, natay mga examples of successful agile organizations. So makita niyo diri for example. Pero mag-start sa ta sa number 1 something, alright? So okay, number 1 is Spotify. Transition. Spotify famously transitioned to agile to support its rapid growth and need for constant innovation. Sa iyang mga approach, okay, squads. Mao ni ang small cross-functional teams that owns the entire life cycle of a feature. Next is tribes. It is groups of squads that work on related areas. And then chapters and guilds, communities of practice across squads and tribes to ensure knowledge sharing and consistency. Unsay outcome sa Spotify? Increased flexibility and speed in delivering new features, and then enhanced collaboration and innovation. Next. Next naman sa example sa successful agile transitions. Number 2 is ING Bank. Transition. In 2015, ING Netherlands underwent significant transformation to adapt agile practices. Unsay mga approaches? Okay, number 1 is agile coaches introduced to guide teams through the transition. Then, squads and tribes, similar to Spotify's model, fostering collaboration and speed. And then lastly, empowered teams, encourage decision-making at the team level. Unsay mga outcomes sa ING Bank? Improve customer satisfaction through faster delivery of features and then increased employee engagement and satisfaction. Okay, another na naman na successful agile transitions. Number three, Lego. Transition. Lego transition to agile to improve its digital offerings and product development processes. Unsay mga approaches tulo ka buok. Number one, agile training. Comprehensive training for employees at all levels. Then, Scrum framework implemented Scrum with cross-functional teams. Lastly, iterative development focused on delivering small increments and getting feedback. Unsay mga outcomes? More efficient product development cycles and then greater ability to respond to market changes and customer feedback. And then number four, para sa successful agile transition, number four, John Deere. Transition. John Deere, a leader in agricultural machinery, transition to agile to enhance its software development processes. Unsay mga approaches tulo ka yung approach. Number one, scaled agile framework or SAFe, adapted to manage large-scale agile projects. Ikaduha, continuous improvement emphasizes iterative improvements and regular feedback loops. Lastly, cross-functional teams brought together diverse skills to faster innovation. Unsay mga outcomes? Faster time to market for software updates and features. And then lastly, enhanced collaboration across departments and teams. Last na successful agile transition. Number five, Cisco transition. Cisco adopted agile to improve the speed and quality of its software development. Tulo gyapon kabuk ang approach. Approaches, number one, execute support. Strong backing from senior leadership. Number two, agile champions. Designated individuals to drive agile practices across the organization. Lastly, metrics and KPIs. Established clear metrics to measure progress and success. So, naagya po yung outcomes to increase delivery speed and improve product quality. And then, lastly, enhance ability to adapt to changing market demands. Next is sa Scrum framework na po tayo. Alright, Scrum is a framework for agile project management, primarily used for software development but applicable to any complex innovative project. It emphasizes iterative progress, collaboration, and flexibility, allowing teams to deliver high-quality products more efficiently. Next is Scrum principles. So naa siya kuan, tulok ka prinsipyo sa Scrum: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Number one, transparency. All aspects of the process must be visible to those responsible for the outcome. Number two, inspection. Regularly check progress toward a sprint goal to detect undesirable variances. Number three, adaptation. Adjust the process or the work being done as soon as possible to minimize deviations from desired outcomes. Alright, unsay mga benefits sa Scrum? Nay upat ka benepisyo. Lima. Number one, flexibility and adaptability. Number two, improve quality. Number three, faster delivery. Number four, better collaboration. And lastly, number five, increased satisfaction. Alright, mag-start sa number one, flexibility and adaptability. Alright, Scrum allows teams to adapt to changing requirements and customer needs quickly. Number two, improve quality. Regular inspections and adaptations help maintain high quality standards. Number three, faster delivery. Incremental releases ensure continuous delivery of value. Number four, better collaboration. Defined roles and regular communication foster collaboration among team members and stakeholders. Number five, increased satisfaction. Continuous feedback loops lead to higher satisfaction for both the team and the stakeholders. Okay, next is Scrum artifacts. Okay, mag-start sa product backlog. Kay si Ma'am ko si Ma'am Rosie nagpahimo siyang activity sa muha, maghimo mig sarili nga product backlog. Okay, okay, ato lang basahon. Product backlog. A prioritized list of features, enhancements, and fixes needed to achieve the product vision. It is dynamic and evolves over time. Each item of the product backlog is called a user story. So, each item sa product backlog, matawag siya user story. HID, alright? So, alright. Morning example. So, isa ka linya, matawag siya nga user story. Morning gihimo namo ni Saberon last time. Oh, gisulat namo sa yellow paper. Okay. As an administrator, I want to be able to see a list of all members and visitors so that I can monitor site visits. Unsa bay ang priority? Must. It must. It must monitor site visits. Ingana, di ba? Number two, as an administrator, I want to be able to add new categories so that I can allow members to create engaging content. Must. Ang iyang priority. Number three is administrator. As an administrator, I want to be able to add new security groups so that security levels are appropriate. Must. Number four, as an administrator, I want to be able to add new keywords so that content is easy to group and search for. Priority is must. Number five is kuan. As an administrator, I want to be able to delete comments so that offensive content is removed. Priority is must. Kaya dapat lang. Okay, number six. As an administrator, I want to be able to block entries so that competitors and offenders cannot submit content. Priority is must. Number seven is administrator. As an administrator, I want to be able to change site branding so that the site is future-proofed in case brand changes. Ang yang priority is could. Number eight is, as a member, I want to be able to change my password so that I can keep secure. Priority is must. So, wala na ako nag-mention ang sprint ug status ha. Dili lang ta sa as a, tapos I want to be able to, and then solve that. And then, i-mention unsa ayang priority. Okay. Number 9, as a member, I want to be able to update my contact details so that I can be contacted by administrators. Priority is must. Number 10, as a member, I want to be able to update my email preferences so that I'm not bombarded with junk email. Priority should. Kung ano should man ni. Update sa email preferences. Dapat i-update ang email aron dili magkabaha ang mga notifications na something like ang uban nga nonsensical na ang notification sa email. Alright, so number 11, as a member, I want to be able to share content to social networks so that I can promote what I find interesting. Priority could. Number 12, as a visitor, I want to be able to create an account so that I can benefit from member discounts. Priority must. Number 13, as a visitor, I want to be able to log in so that I can post new entries. Priority must. Number 14, as a visitor, I want to be able to add comments so that I can have a say. Na siya'y maingon. Priority must. Number 15, as a visitor, I want to be able to suggest improvements so that I can contribute to the site usability. Priority should. You should, because you are part of you are contribute sa something na product backlog. Okay, alright. So, number 16. As a visitor, I want to be able to contact the administrators so that I can directly submit a query. Priority could. Number 17, as a visitor, I want to be able to follow a member's updates so that I'm informed of updates from members I find interesting. Priority should. Number 18, as a visitor, I want to be able to view a member's profile so that I can know more about a member. Priority must. Number 19, the last, as an administrator, I want to be able to generate incoming traffic report so that I can understand where traffic is coming from. Priority must. Okay, umana ta sa 19 kabuok items. 19 kabuok one. 19 kabuok items. Kapuya eh. So guys, so actually wala man ko nabaguhan pero kung ano, medyo kulang pa kita sa oras god kay karon ah hapit na mahuman ang month of August. Ang start sa klase namo is July 29. Pero wala ko nag-study time na pinaingani nga paraan. Nag-study ko kadlawon although igo ra magbasa-basa. Pero kung mata-matahon nimo pagbasa, useless kaayo. Pero imagine kung mag-study ako, dapat dili diri sa balay. Kung ingani ka kusog sa kong tingog, kung magmata ko alas 4 sa kadlawon, imagine mama na ako ug si pastor na adere sa balay. O kung ingani ka kusog ang tingog nako alas 4 sa kadlawon, imposible dili sila momata. Unya maingon sila sa kuha nga hinay imong tingog kay nangatulog pa mi. Maring ingato ang ingon sa ako. Mao gani nga pagbabot sa time nga naa si mama nako or si pastor masig unsang orasa, careful jud ko sa tingog nako maski anytime. Mo pa rin one of the reason na ngano kailangan kining atong study time should be very secretive. Very secretive yun siya dapat. Pero I guess this is not a right thing to do. Na ako gi-imagine nga, what if bitaw no mo mata alas 4 sa kadlawon, mag-study time, banha pa jud kaayo. 'Di ba? So, kung maadlaw-adlawan man ni nako, okay ra man jud siya. Right? Pero bitaw ang atong study time wala na sa oras. Od ana gyud tag oras ani guys. Hapit ng exam next week. Alright, next week. September 1 and September 2. Next week, next month. Okay, next is Scrum Artifacts sa user stories naman tayo. Let's continue sa tuang discussion. User stories. A typical user story consists of 3 parts. Number 1, the user or customer who needs the feature or functionality. Number 2, the action or goal the user wants to achieve. Number 3, the benefit or reason the user wants to achieve the goal. As a persona or user, I want to action or goal so that na siya benefit or reason. User stories. Okay. Morning example. Alright. Ato ning sahon. Mao ni ang product backlog. Epic, user stories, and then tasks. Alright. Sa user profile naman tayo. Mao ni ang iyang user stories or user story. Alright. As a registered user, I want to be able to view my order history so that I can track my purchases and ensure that all orders have been delivered. Ang iyang tasks, task 1, task 2, and task N. I don't know si meaning ana. Next is shopping cart. User stories or using story. User stories. As a customer, I want to be able to add items to my shopping cart and check out easily so that I can quickly purchase the products I need and complete my transaction. Task yapo niya, tasks 1, tasks 2, and tasks N. Next, sprint backlog number 2. Sprint backlog, a subset of the product backlog, selected for a sprint along with a plan 4, delivering the increment and realizing the sprint goal. All right. So, do you want to see the difference between product backlog versus sprint backlog? Morning example. Morning format. Product backlog. Dere, tracks everything that needs to be worked on by the product team. Laban ni mo dira sa sprint backlog. A subset of a product backlog that lists tasks that need to be completed during the sprint. Alright. Next is number 3, increment. The sum of all the product backlog items completed during a sprint and all previous sprints. The increment must be in a usable condition and meet the team's definition of done. So, dapat na siya definition of done dere. Next is, it is whatever you previously built plus anything new you just finished in the latest sprint, all integrated, tested, and ready to be delivered or deployed. Alright, wala ko kasabaan ni. Pero mauning example sa sprint 1, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 3. Pero ingani daw na sprint mali. Okay, next. Definition of done, number 4. It is a clear and concise list of criteria that a product increment must satisfy to be considered complete. The development team should create this list according the specifications of the software being developed. On a mobile app development project, the DoD may include all images are compressed, all code is minified, and G-zipped. On a software development project, example criteria in the DoD could include all code has been thoroughly tested via unit integration and end-to-end tests. Product increment has been deployed to a staging environment and tested by the team. A generic project might have this as part of the DoD. All errors have been resolved. All release documentation has been written and edited. Number 5, burn down chart. A visual representation of work left to do versus time. It shows the progress of the sprint and helps in predicting if the team will complete their work on time. A graph that represents the work left to do versus the time it takes to complete it. It can be especially useful for teams working in sprints as it can effectively show whether your deadlines are able to be met along the way. Okay. Sab guys, unsay nasabtan ninyo? Effort, oras, remaining days. So, actual, ideal, ang actual mauning gibuhat yun nimo sa tinuod. Ang ideal mauning imong i-expect nimo. So, ang actual, wow. Sa ideal, medyo ang start to finish na similarities kaayo. Pero dire, murag nasa taas ang actual. Dire na side. Or dire naman sa pinakaubos, nasa pinakataas-taas ng kuan. Nilamang ang ideal, effort, and hours. Basta. Okay, next is Scrum roles. There are 3 major roles in Scrum. These roles help form a structure so that artifacts and events are handled smoothly during project execution. The 3 major roles are product owner, scrum master, and development team. Okay, number 1, product owner. A product owner acts as a bridge between stakeholders and the development team, ensuring that the team delivers maximum value to the business. Serves the following roles for the team. Letter A, visionary and strategist. Letter B, customer advocate. Letter C, decision maker. Letter D, collaborator. Letter E, planner. Next, dua ka book number 1 diri, tapos napay number 2 Duha pod ka book number 2. Tulo ka book number 2. Yabag. Sige na lang. Di na lang ko ni number-numberan be. Okay, next. Product owner responsibilities. Letter A, managing the product backlog. Letter B, defining user stories and acceptance criteria. Letter C, prioritizing needs. Letter D, stakeholder management rather. Letter E, sprint planning and review. Letter F, maximizing product value. Letter G, ensuring quality. Letter H, facilitating communication. And letter I, continuous improvement. Next is Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is responsible for ensuring that the Scrum team follows Scrum practices, removing obstacles and fostering an environment for high performance. Has the following characteristics. We have letter A, servant leadership. Letter B, empathy and supportiveness. Letter C, excellent communication skills. Letter D, problem solving skills. Letter A, adaptability and flexibility. Letter F, knowledge of Scrum and Agile. Letter G, conflict resolution. Letter H, motivational and inspirational. Letter I, organizational skills. Next is Scrum Master, pamabigapon ni. Ay, na-duplicate di ay siya. Okay, next is development team. A cross-functional group responsible for delivering the product increments. They are self-organizing and work collaboratively. Okay, characteristics we have 10 kabuok. Letter A, cross-functional skills. Letter B, self-organizing. Letter C, collaboration and communication. Letter D, commitment to goals. Letter E, adaptability. Letter F, continuous improvement. Letter G, transparency. Letter H, accountability. Letter I, customer focus. Letter J, respect for roles. Alright. Next, Scrum events. The Scrum framework is organized around a set of events or ceremonies that help manage and execute work effectively. Next is sprint. Unsay duration sa sprint? Duration, typically 1 to 4 weeks. Unsay purpose? The basic unit of development and Scrum. During a sprint, a team works to complete a set of predefined goals known as the sprint goal. Unsay mga output? Potentially shapeable product increment. Next is sprint planning. Duration, up to 8 hours for 1 month sprint. Time is adjusted proportionally for shorter sprints. Purpose, to define what can be delivered in the sprint and how that work will be achieved. The team sets the sprint goal and selects items from the product backlog to form the sprint backlog. Participants, unsay mga participants ani? Scrum Master, Product Owner, Development Team. Next is daily stand-up. Duration, 15 minutes. Yung purpose is to synchronize the team's work and plan the next 24 hours. Each team members answers 3 questions. Number 1, what did I do yesterday? Number 2, what will I do today? Number 3, are there any impediments? Unsay mga participants ani? We have development team, and then Scrum Master. Ang Scrum Master, ano din assign sa daily stand-up, optional lang siya. Next is sprint review. Duration, up to 4 hours for a 1 month sprint. Okay, time is adjusted proportionally for shorter sprints. Purpose, to inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog if needed. The team demonstrates what they built during the sprint and stakeholders provide feedback. Okay, next. Participants, we have Scrum Master, Product Owner, Development Team, and Stakeholders. Next is Sprint Retrospective. Duration up to 3 hours for a 1 month sprint. Time is adjusted professionally for shorter sprints. Purpose, to reflect on the sprint and identify ways to improve the process. The team discusses what went well, what didn't, and how they can improve in the next sprint. Participants, Scrum Master, Product Owner, Development Team. Next is Workshop. Create a product backlog for a simple payroll system. Define at least 2 user stories for admin and employee. Provide an acceptance criteria for each user story. User story example, as an administrator, I want to add new employees to the payroll system so that I can manage their salary information. Ang unsa bay acceptance criteria ani? Number one, admin can enter details such as name, ID, position, salary, and department. And then number two, the system should validate input data and display error messages for invalid inputs. Number three and last, successfully added employees should be listed in the employee directory. Next is daily stand up. Natay 10 kabuok ani. Number 1, keep it time boxed. Number 2, stand up. Number 3, focus on 3 key questions. Number 4, encourage participation. Number 5, stay on topic. Number 6, use a visual aid. Number 7, foster a collaborative atmosphere. Number 8, be consistent. Number 9, keep it positive and constructive. Number 10, follow up. Okay, next is sprint execution. The Scrum team conducts the daily stand up through the sprint method, the sprint period. Completion of user stories or tasks are based on the definition of done or DOD set by the team. Okay, natay sample DOD checklist. Okay. Number 1, employee details. Unsa iyahang name, address, iyang salary, tax information. Dapat accurately captured siya. Number 2, input validation. It is implemented to prevent incorrect data entry. Number 3, new employee. It is saved in the database. Number 4, confirmation message is displayed upon successful addition. Number 5, unit tests are written and passed. Lastly, number 6, code is reviewed and approved. Next is sprint review. This event is held at the end of the sprint to review the work that has completed and the work that was not completed. The product increment is demonstrated to stakeholders and feedback is gathered. It is typically conducted on the last day of the sprint and is considered part of the sprint. Next is sprint retrospective. This is usually held immediately after the sprint review and before the next sprint planning session. The team reflects on the past sprint to identify improvements for the upcoming sprint. The sprint retrospective can be considered either the final event of the current sprint or the least event leading into the next sprint, depending on how a team chooses to schedule their work. The sprint cycle then repeats with sprint planning for the next sprint. Okay, so humana ta diri asa tuang kuan. Na-reach na to ang 52 kabuok sides. Okay. Napaspasan akong basa, guys. Mura kong nakahadlukan aning oras. Okay? So, creating a product backlog. Ala, wala. Ay, wait. Mo maninggion sa kuan na beron. So, naghimo mi og product backlog didto sa kuan sa kantin. Akong gisulat sa papel. Wala di siya pasa diri kay. Pero by the way, pwede man gud siya kuan, pwede isa lang ang magpasa ani kay grupo man gud ni. Grupo by gud siya mao ning ID number 1 as ako member mga something blah blah chuchu. I want to be able to solve that. Sa time ato kay kami ni Saberon is ereg man gud mi. So naami subject sa panggabi So di na pugdi kahimo sa Excel or sa Google Sheets. So bali ana si Ma'am Rosie kung wala day laptop pwede mo gamit sa yellow paper. Sa yellow paper isulat tong unsay mga example sa product backlog. I-picture tapos ipasa lang, i-turn in lang siya. Alright? Gracia. Next is project charter. So mao ni siya. Wala pa mamiani. Okay, Scrum artifacts. Ay, nakapasa naman mi ani. Wait. Ay, wala pa din ni diri. Ay, diri siguro to. Sprint backlog. Set A. Mao ni. Actually, naikuan din. Na-comment diri ako. So mao ni siya. So mao ni among answer. Nagtinabangay mag-answer ani. As an administrator, I want to be able to add new keywords so that data validity and integrity are maintained. Tasks, adding a new user, view all, view single, any bad words were removed. So persons in charge, Muhammad Sarip, Marvin Polio, Delphine Saberon. There is a number 1. Planned completion date, September 2, September 3, September 4, September 6. Char-char lang ni kayo ni. Status, ongoing, 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 ongoing. Next is number 2, member. I want to be able to time in and time out so that my attendance is logged into the database. Isa na kabuong task, store to database. Person in charge, Muhammad, Sarip, Marvin Polio, and Delphine Saberon. Completion date, September 8, September 12, September 14. Ongoing, ongoing, ongoing. Last is member. As a member, I want to be able to view the confirmation of my visit so that my visit will be recorded. There's something kulang dere. So that my visit will be recorded successfully. Tasks, log in and log out, review all tasks. Person in charge kami na tanan dere. Pero dere si Delphine sa Beron nandere. Planned completion date September 14 and September 16. Ongoing diri pero ang isa diri kay dili pa ongoing. Alright? So mo ni mo ang kuan sprint backlog. Alright. I set B ni siya. Ini sa panggabi na third year. Okay. Wala na may lain pang post si Ma'am Rosie. So, mao ni siya. Morning last. Good afternoon, students. That was August 21. Please do advanced reading of scope management in the top seat essence, particularly in the WBS. This is what we want to do in the first hour tomorrow. Also, we will have a long quiz in the second hour of our class. This will serve as a review of our midterm exam. Please prepare. Okay, wait. Okay, napatilain pang subjects. Sa game art development, kay wala ko nagpasa jud ani guys. Unsa ba ito mga kuandre something eh? Okay, this sa ta focus sa to ang classwork pero na ako'y assignment ani. 10 points ra kaayo guys. Yati ra. So mo ning answer kay sabi ro na ako'y kuan ani pero ako ra man gi-open ang Google Classroom ni sabi ro God. So wala ko nag-open sa kuang classroom account. So ako ning basahon guys ha ang assignment. Number 1, so ang ato ang next subject karon na i-discuss game art development na. Humana ta sa project management. Taas kitong oras kaganihan no. Kaganiha and karon project management karon. Tapos na po tayo temporarily focus na po tayo sa game art development. Game dev. Number 1, discuss the key features and tools in Unity 2D that make it a powerful platform for game development. So, morning answer niya. Sprite management. Unity 2D includes a comprehensive sprite editor that allows game designers to slice, edit, and animate sprites. Natay physics engine. Unity 2D uses Box 2D, providing realistic physics simulations. Next, animation system. Unity's animator allows for complex animation and transitions between states. Next is scripting. C scripting provides robust control over game mechanics, interactions, and more. Number 2, how do these features contribute to the efficiency and creativity of game designers? Okay, the answers. May upat ka bullet forms. 1. Animation system enables the creation of detailed animations without needing extensive coding, promoting creativity. Number 2, scripting provides flexibility to implement unique game mechanics and interactions. Next is physics engine, reduces the need for manual coding for physics interactions, allowing more focus on gameplay design. Lastly, tile map editor speeds up the level design process, enabling rapid prototyping and iteration. Next, number 3, provide examples of games developed with Unity 2D to illustrate your points. We have Celeste, a popular platformer celebrated for its tight controls and emotional story. And then lastly, Cuphead, known for its 1930s cartoon art style and challenging gameplay. Number 4, provide steps on how to set up the Unity 2D in the Windows OS. Step 1, download Unity Hub, the Unity download page, and install Unity Hub. Step 2, install Unity Editor. And then Unity Hub, on the Installs tab, add to install a new Unity Editor version, the latest LTS or long-term support version, or the version you prefer. The components you need, for example, Windows build support, then Android build support, etc. Number 3, create a new project. Unity Hub, click on the Projects tab, click New Project, select 2D as the project template, a name and location for your project, create. Step 4, create up the project. Unity will open with your new project. Import any necessary assets from the asset store or your local storage. Begin developing your game using the tools and features available in Unity 2D. Ay, upat na ko questions pero 10 points. In submission of the assignment, the file should be in PDF form and name class subject uh, class subject underscore last name underscore schedule dot PDF. So, okay, mag kids paint ta for the second time karon last session. Sa game dev, bawi na pug kuan na sa dapat makabawi ko. Unta na ay kuan na na ay exam written. Wala pa man po'y grade criteria sa Sir Montera. Pero stricto magud kaayo ang assumption. So kining mga teachers trabaho ra man ila pero dili man gud sila magbuot jud kundi ang eskwelahan ang magbuot gihatay lagi kay si Ma'am Christine o si Ma'am Eileen nakitaan ako og similarities, di ba? Makatawa na ako magunahon na ani guys nga pwede gyud ka mabagsak sa major subjects which is kuan lang wala akong nag-expect ani medyo nabag-uhan lang po ko. Di ba ito last year especially katong na 75 ko sa grado ni Ma'am Elsa. Niadto ko sa iyahang room. Magpa-project unta ko. Wala ko nag-expect nga wala siya ihatag na project sa kuha rated sa gender and society. Na gikuan na ko niya unexpected gi-90 ko niya sa kuan sa Allsys. Katawa ko magunahuna guys. Pero it's a miracle. Char. Miracle daw ko no. Okay? So, kuan. After aning kids paint guys, mag-pray ta karon. Nagya pong kisipon guys, giatay man ni nag-inom naman gani ko kuan kanang Sendix, nag-inom na pug ko kuan kiting isa. Ay wala na ako nag-inom og kuan karon, wala ko nag-inom og Decolgen kaganiha og karon. So, mo na reason nga no wa jud na matay-matay ang sipon ay. Alright. So, pas kayo ginahan pa kog more study. Pero ay nang pahuway na ko karon guys. Magpahuway na ko. So, total of 4 episodes ta sa tuang study time karong adlaw. Ganin Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you sa tanan. You gave me successful something. Itagaan ko nimog oras. Niabot og 4 ka oras ang kuan nako Lord. 4 ka oras na ako nga study. And I'm so proud nga maski wala ko ni gawas og balay, diri lang ko sa balay. Nakakuan ko Lord na concentrate jud ko sa kong study na ay explanation na ay more likely dire-diretso lang na study, dire-diretso lang na reading. Lord, maulan to Lord. Thank you sa tanan Lord. I hope tomorrow Lord makaadto kog shrine another study time. Thank you kayo Lord. Amen. Kita kita sa next vlog. Thank you for 6:32 p.m.